Hi, this is Josephanthony of the Wonder Child blog. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'd like to lead us on a tapping session on Lyme disease. And before we get too far, I want to make it very clear that this session is not meant to take the place of any medical treatment or advice you're getting from your doctor if you have Lyme disease or those you know have it. This video is not intended for you to watch and not do anything your doctor is suggesting. It is a complementary gesture with which this video is being made. It is to help encourage your heart, mind, and body to heal and to respond to the treatments that you're doing, that your doctor is suggesting. It is also intended to help your emotional life around having Lyme disease or being diagnosed with Lyme disease. It is not in any way intended to diagnose or be intended to be medical advice or suggestions. It's not an alternative therapy in any way. It is really there to help support you in the healing that you're, the path that you're on, that your doctor's helping guide you on, and to help heal your heart, emotionally that is, for carrying something as complicated and frustrating and debilitating as Lyme disease can be. This is very near and dear to me, this video, because I've had Lyme disease 3 times in my life, and the 3rd time I had it, I wasn't officially diagnosed, although I knew I had the symptoms, and the doctor I had at the time, this is just my story, it's not a judgment or anything, my story was the doctor would not treat me on the symptoms. There was no bullseye rash. The tests that I took came up negative. So with good reason the doctor said, you don't have Lyme disease. I don't know what you have, but you don't have that. But I continued to have a lot of the symptoms associated with Lyme's: fatigue, upset stomach, dizziness, headaches, aches and pains, joint aches and things. And it was a frustrating and scary time in my life, especially the day I woke up to the whole right side of my face paralyzed. And part of the whole right side of my body wasn't working right. I had Bell's palsy and other things going on. And at that point the doctor said, you know what, let's try you on some antibiotics, you might have Lyme's. And the Bell's palsy and all the paralysis started to clear up within a few days, and I've been symptom-free for many years. And that said, it was a very scary moment to wake up and to be partially paralyzed. It was very scary the years prior to be diagnosed with Lyme's and to be told things like, you'll always have it, it will never leave you. And I'm not doubting any of that. I'm just saying it's scary to have a diagnosis like that and what it does to one's belief system and immune system. And so I want to guide us on working with the emotions, right? And I also want to guide us on visualizing those dear spirochetes that embed themselves in our joints and all that, those of us who have Lyme's, to visualize them and encourage them to leave, and the cysts that might form and the cells that form within cells. And when I do that, I am not intending it to be an alternative therapy. It is just to help your mind imagine yourself healed and healing, to support what you're already doing, whether that's antibiotics or whatever treatments your doctor has you doing. So, all that said, if you choose to watch this video, you are accepting full responsibility for doing so. Let's get started. Even though I was diagnosed with Lyme disease, I choose to love and accept myself right here and right now. Even though I have Lyme disease, I choose to love and accept myself right here and right now. Even though the tests all came back positive and I have Lyme disease, I choose to love and accept myself right here and right now. Even though I was diagnosed with Lyme disease, I choose to love and accept myself right here and right now. There's been so much fear and frustration. The doctors didn't know what I had. My Lyme disease masked many other things. And the doctors tried to treat me for those other things. It was scary not knowing. It might have been that I knew in my heart I had Lyme disease based on my symptoms and my past experiences. Perhaps I had a doctor who, for good reason, wouldn't treat me on the symptoms alone. And perhaps my test came back negative. So people believed I didn't have it. Yet I still had so many of the symptoms. Aches and pains, irritable bowels, headaches, dizziness, mental confusion, depression. So many symptoms. It was scary and it was frustrating not to know. It was scary and frustrating for my doctor not to believe me when I knew I had Lyme. In this moment, I choose to love and accept all the people who tried to help me the best they could, with the knowledge they had. I choose to let go of any resentment or frustration at anyone who wouldn't believe me. I want to be free. I want to encourage my body to heal. So I forgive and let go anyone who didn't believe me about having Lyme disease. Maybe I had a bullseye rash. Maybe I went to the doctors and they saw the rash, or she saw the rash, and they said, yeah, you got Lyme disease. Maybe the Western blot came back positive and I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. I choose to let go of the fear that was in my heart, in my body, the moment I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. I choose to let that fear go and to clear it all out, right down the cells of my cells. I choose to let go of the fear when the doctor said you'll always have Lyme disease now. The spirochetes will never leave your system completely. I choose to let all of that fear go. I choose to clear it out and replace it with hope and courage to do what I need to do. Follow my doctor's suggestions and recommendations, to do the work I need to do to help heal myself. There has been so much frustration. Arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, aches and pains, debilitating fatigue, an upset stomach. I've grown afraid of working in the garden, going for a walk in the woods, sitting in the grass. I've grown afraid every time I see a deer or any other kind of animal that they say carries the deer tick. I choose in this moment not to live in fear. I choose in this moment to forgive and let go of any resentment or fear that I have of those animals or those little deer ticks. They're just doing their job. Job I may not like, but they're just doing their job. So I choose not to hate. I choose to clear out any hatred, any resentment towards the ticks, towards the deer, towards just being outside. Today I choose to visualize in my heart and in my mind's eye those corkscrew-shaped spirochetes, those spiraling spirochetes. I choose to imagine them and see them unscrewing themselves from my tissues and joints. I choose to imagine them releasing and loosening their hold. And if any of those little spirochetes has decided to become a cyst, I choose to imagine those cysts dissolving. And if any of those little cysts or any of those cells have decided to try to hide in other cells in my body, I choose to imagine them revealing themselves, coming out into the light. Today I choose to see myself being held in light, perfect healing light. I choose to boost my immune system with positive feelings, with hope, with clearing away any resentments and fears. I choose to imagine my body as responding perfectly, full cooperation with what the doctor has ordered me to do. I choose to change my beliefs, my fearful beliefs about what may or may not be true about my Lyme disease. I choose to imagine hope, hope and healing. I choose to do anything that I need to do to support my healing, and to love and accept myself through the aches and the pains, through the arthritis, the headaches, and anything else that I might have as a result from the Lymes. I choose to support and imagine and see my body responding perfectly, cooperatively with the antibiotics, or whatever treatment my doctor has me doing. I choose to imagine myself free of Lyme disease one day. I choose to imagine and visualize myself completely symptom-free one day. And along the way, I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to be gentle with myself. I choose to hold myself in the light of healing love. I choose to hold myself and all the doctors and nurses and anyone who is trying to help me with Lyme disease in the light of love. I choose to hold nature, all the deer, the green grass, the woods. I choose to hold it all in healing light. To take the necessary steps to protect myself from further ticks when I go out for a walk or work in my garden. I choose to live in freedom, not fear. I choose to advocate for myself, to seek out all the information I need to for my healing. I choose to seek support groups to help other people suffering from Lyme disease. I choose to be proactive and hopeful. I choose to see myself as whole and healthy. I choose to love and accept myself and to clear out any fear, resentment, any limited beliefs. I choose to keep an open mind and heart, open towards all healing. I choose to know Lyme disease has been a long road, and perhaps I'm still on it. I choose to love and accept myself and do everything I can to help heal. So, a little bit longer of a tapping session than I usually do, but there's a lot to cover. And I do hope this has been helpful. I do hope that it's helped give you hope. And, yeah. So again, thank you for watching. And please do not use this video as an alternative to what your doctor is telling you to do. It is meant to help support you and your body to heal in whatever methods you are choosing to use. If you have any other questions or need any other support around EFT and Lyme disease or any other issues, feel free to drop me a line, give me a call. This is Joseph Anthony of the Wonder Child blog saying thank you so much for watching. Take care.